second period. Hey, Miss Bennett. Hey, second period. Hey. Okay, I'm going to give a penny to whoever will read us the first learning target. You get a penny, so volunteer. Raise your hand if you'd like to volunteer. Betsy.
I will paraphrase both sides of a controversial issue.
Terrific. And what are you going to do with your penny that I'm going to give you as payment?
I'm saving up for the gum ball machine
Terrific
that's
idea.
at the bottom of the cash register.
Great. Who else wants a penny? Volunteer. Second. Sam.
I will use mapping to visualize the elements of both arguments.
Great. What are you going to do with your penny?
I'm going to give it to you so I get an A.
You totally don't have to do that, but thanks so much. Great, okay. Awesome. So I will paraphrase both sides of a controversial issue. Why do you suppose it's good to paraphrase both sides of a controversial issue? Why might that be good preparation for our summative assessment we'll have at the end of this unit? Ian?
Because you have to be able to identify the counter-argument.
Oh, I like that. That's thinking ahead. That's not even required until 7th grade. Nicely done. No, that's good. And thank you. Okay, so, and then how about, can you remind me really quickly what does paraphrase mean? Can somebody remind me? What does, oh great, Marjorie, thanks.
I can say it in my own words.
Thank you, perfect, say it in your own words. So could you maybe Kirsten, could you paraphrase the second learning target for us?
Sure.
Great. This is hard, I'm not setting you up.
It is hard.
It's
It
really
is
hard.
hard.
Here's a good trick. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. I will use a diagram to see the different parts of two sides.
Good, I'm glad you picked up on that. When I say map, I'm not talking about Washington, there's no pictures of lakes or mountains or anything. We're going to use a graphic organizer as a map today in order to visualize the elements of both arguments that we will encounter in a text. So, I'm handing out to you right now two things. One is the article, and the other is the graphic organizer that you'll use to map. Sam, could you help me pass out the articles? And then, Joan, could you help me pass out the maps? That's probably enough. That's 3 and 3. And I even have an article. Oh, yeah. Okay, terrific.
Thanks.
When you have both of your pieces of paper, please put them in the center of your desk and put your pencil down so I know you're ready for the next thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have to talk about something. Who knows what? Oh no, oh dear. Oh goodness. Okay, well, alright, this will work fine. Has anyone ever heard the word bicentennial? I mean, maybe in passing. That's okay, let's talk about it. So, how many wheels does your bicycle have on it? 2, good. Okay, that's the same as my bicycle. So bi is 2. And then cent. What do you think that means? What do you think about cent? Do you know anything that has cents in it? C-E-N-T-S? Cents?
A dollar?
Oh, a dollar. Good. A dollar has cents in it. How many cents are in a dollar?
100.
Perfect. Okay, so cent means 100. There's a lot of math going on here. I'm intimidated. Okay, ennial. This is harder. You might not be able to think of a word that has ennial in it. But there's another word, annual, that's kind of like this. And annual just means, does anyone know? Annual. Year. Good. So, year. Okay, so if something is, oh, that's terrible, but you know what it says. It says year. So, if something happens, if there's a bicentennial, that means it's 200 years. Okay, we're going to see that word in this text. It's at the end. I wanted you to be ready for it. All right, pick up your pencil. This is not mine. I'm borrowing it. Pick up your pencil. Could you circle the word article up here? It calls this a news article. It says this is a news article. I want you to circle that word. So yesterday we read something that was not an article. What was it? Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
A poem.
I wish. No, I like all the things. It was an editorial, to remind you. So how is an editorial different from an article?
An editorial has opinion.
Good, great. So an editorial has an opinion. So in an editorial, we've got one person telling us what they think, their one opinion about some certain issue. In an article, do you expect to find one opinion on an issue? Not necessarily. It might be Maybe we'll find 2 opinions on an issue. And if you have looked at your map yet, I don't know if you have, you'll find that there's space for 2 separate opinions. So keep your eyes out for 2 separate opinions. How am I doing on time? Anybody?
Got 10 minutes.
Okay, terrific. Okay. I'm going to start to read aloud. Your job is to mark the text while I go. As you know, this is an established tradition in our classroom, so you already know all about this. As we read, you're going to find points, which are sort of like reasons in a text. The points are used to support claims, sort of like if you look at your map. Everyone in my class, we know this, we've talked about it in senior composition books. You have a key there, where you'll mark P for points. Anytime you see a point in an article, you mark it with a P. Anytime you see a piece of evidence, there's lots of different kinds of evidence. Anytime you see a piece of evidence, you'll mark it with an E. Let's quickly review what are the different kinds of evidence. What are the types of evidence? What are we looking for? We want to mark the text. What sorts of things will we keep our eyes out for?
Facts.
Facts. Thanks, Ian. Anything else? What else will we look for? Statistic. What do statistics look like in a text? Numbers. They're numbers. Great. Sometimes there's even a graph or something. I don't know. Also, you'll see observations, quotations, expert opinions. What do those look like in a text? Oh, yeah, good. Okay, so they'll have quotation marks around them. So if you see quotation marks and if you see numbers, you better put an E in the text. Because that's evidence. Isn't it? Terrific. Who's ready? I'm going to start to read. I hope that all your pencils are ready. I sure hope all your pencils are ready because I don't want you to miss anything. It's quite a short article. There's 2 opinions packed into it. All right. The saying goes, see a penny, pick it up. Oh, goodness. I forgot to ask you the most important questions. That's because I couldn't get my document. That's what I needed the document for. Let's pretend. Turn your article over. I want you to answer this question. What do you think Betsy and Sam should do with their pennies? What should they buy? What should they invest in? What do they do with their pennies? What would you do with a penny? What's a penny worth to you? Give that some thought. Great. Wow. You guys are doing a great job. And just think about, maybe sketch down a couple of ideas. Why might somebody not want to use pennies anymore? What might be one reason or one piece of evidence that somebody would use to convince you maybe we shouldn't use pennies anymore? Think anybody thinks that? What might be one reason or one piece of evidence they would use to support a claim like that?
Can't really. Are we written?
Yeah, write it out. Write it out.
Okay.
All right, while you're finishing your thoughts, let's ask Ian what he's thinking, just because he seems eager to share.
Well, I was having a hard time coming up with something that you could actually buy with a penny, so maybe they're not very useful right now because you can't really buy anything with them.
Can't buy anything with a penny. That's true. Terrific. Oh, Jordana wants to add something. I love that. Jordana.
Okay, it's sort of an abstract
Tell us what's
thought
up.
here. But like, okay, so mine was I want to save up 25 pennies for quarters to do my laundry.
Oh.
But so like I could just get the quarters, right? But what happens to those 25 pennies? Like then that value just no longer exists in currency.
This is really deep for me.
Yeah.
This is really deep for me.
So I'm having trouble.
What is money, really? Can't we just make more? No, sorry. We should start to read. I love these thoughts. Thank you very much. Is everyone ready? I hope your pencil's ready. I hope your pencils are ready. All right. Here I am at the first paragraph. The saying goes, see a penny, pick it up. All day long you'll have good luck. Has anyone heard that saying? Yeah? Maybe a couple times? That's about what I expected. That's not everyone will have heard that. But these days, the penny itself isn't having much luck. Not only is there nothing you can buy with a penny, it's literally not worth the metal it's made of. As everyone knows, Miss Bennett hates the word literally, so I'm going to hold my nose. Meanwhile, why don't you mark if you've seen any points so far? you seen any points? Have you seen any opinions or ideas that this author could be using to support their claim? Terrific. I'll keep reading. I'm next to number 3. With the rising cost of metals like copper and zinc, that 1 red cent is literally, oh goodness, is literally putting us in the red. Okay, so I need someone to tell me, what does it mean 1 red cent? What's that about? Has anyone ever heard that before? I'll tell you what it means. Only my grandmother ever says red cent, but she's always saying it. She says she saves every red cent, and all she means is that she saves her pennies. You may have noticed pennies are sort of reddish or coppery or reddish brown. 1 red cent means penny. So if that's new to you, then you can circle 1 red cent and maybe write a little stick that points to the word penny. Literally putting us in the red. Who knows what that means? What does it mean, putting us in the red?
Debt.
Debt. Wow. A 1-word answer. It's really good. Great. Okay. Let's continue. 4. Paragraph 4. It costs almost 1.7 cents to make a penny. 1.7 cents to make a penny? Marjorie, how much is a penny worth?
1 cent.
1 cent. It costs 1.7 cents to make a penny? This is crazy town. Said U.S. Mint Director Ed Moy. Oh, U.S. Mint Director. U.S. Mint Director. I don't know what the U.S. Mint is. Actually, I'll tell you about it in a moment. But he sounds to me like he might be an expert on something. So, might that make this evidence perfect? I hope you all have an E next to this paragraph. While we've paused, we might as well talk about what the U.S. Mint is. Does anyone have a guess? Is it where they make gum? Do they make gum there?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make gum there. What do they make at the U.S. Mint?
Money.
Money! Great! I'd like to go there. Field trip. Let's go to the money place. Okay. Paragraph 5. Each year, the U.S. Mint makes 8 billion pennies. Okay, great. So, not gum. They make money. At a cost of $130 million. I'm no mathematician, but my guess is that if you make 8 billion pennies and it costs you $130 million to do it, you're probably losing money on the process. American taxpayers lose nearly $50 million in the process. Do you think, Sam, that if someone wrote an article and they said that Canadian taxpayers lost $50 million in the process, do you think that I would find that to be really compelling evidence for their argument? They're saying that Canadian taxpayers are losing money?
Oh.
Do I care about Canadian taxpayers very much? No, not at all. I care not at all about Canadian taxpayers. Thank you very much. How about American taxpayers? Do you think that's compelling evidence? Exactly. Do you know why?
Because it's us.
I'm an American
parents.
taxpayer, aren't I? I'm an American taxpayer right now. So I'm really concerned about what American taxpayers are losing. So this is very compelling evidence. I hope that you've marked this with an E in your text. Paragraph 6. We're making great time. The penny's not alone. It costs nearly 10 cents to make a nickel. 10 cents to make a nickel? Crazy town. Paragraph 7. On Friday, Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson, oh my gosh, Treasury Secretary. First of all, that rhymes. Second of all, what's the Treasury? Betsy, what's the Treasury?
The Treasury, that's where they keep all the money is, their treasure. That's where
The
they keep all
treasure.
their treasure.
Correct, yeah. You might not know the word treasury, probably, Betsy, but we know that the word treasure's in there, so there's probably treasure there. I'll just tell you it's where they keep the money. So, perfect. Good. Thanks. Okay.
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, great. We're just going to continue how we're going. We can stop now if you want to save time. You've pretty much seen how it goes. Okay.